guys, MasaeAnela here, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of Vesperia. In the last episode, we got a bunch of news about spirits and stuff, and we decided on where to go next. Except I'm not going there quite yet. We are going to stop off at Zafius. Just very briefly, gonna go run over there. It's right over here, very, very close by, actually. Look at here, we're already almost there, and the sky is still purple. Jeez. Okay, I kind of thought that it would kind of calm down after we quelled that one uprising, but oh well. Lower quarter, I don't want to come out. Ugh, dang it! Well, that was fun. I quite literally killed them all in one hit. Not complaining there at all. Anyway, gonna head in here. And I like the purple tint that everything has. It's not all bright and cheerful anymore. I wonder if the townspeople say anything. What is that in the sky? So they do have a dialogue change. I'm just a little curious as to what they say. Okay. Okay, you're boring. I want to see panic and stuff like that. Anyway, head up to the upper quarter. And we should find someone here to talk to. Shell? Yep, it's this dude again. Yuri, my brother has returned! Huh? What? Like I said, my brother Clay is back. But I'm sorry, I really have to go. And he runs off. So they finally found Clay. We weren't very helpful at all. But Shell seemed to be in such a good mood. I'm happy for him. Okay. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, dude. Looks like fate has brought us together again, Yuri Lowell. Who is this? My brother, why would you... Oh, wow. So this dude is Clay. Why did you do it? That's what I want to know. Why did you kill my master, Loon's father? Oh, this is quite the plot twist. I thought if he were gone, you, Loon, and I could. Is that what Loon wanted? I just wanted the three of us. My brother, Loon, and we were waiting for you this whole time. Wow. Clay, do you realize what you've done? How could you do that to Shell? My father didn't teach you to use a sword so you could do something like this. I had to see that justice was done. I couldn't overlook what Shell did. Your justice was more important than Shell's life? Wow. I actually wasn't expecting that. He was always there for me. I should have told him thank you. Clay, are you happy with all this? I don't know. I don't even know what justice is anymore. Then why did you attack Shell? I told you. It's who I am. If I hadn't brought him to justice, it would make everything I've done until now a lie. I'd be brought down to the level of the villains I hate. But you already knew, didn't you? That's why you didn't go back to her. You'd gotten your hands dirty in the pursuit of your justice, and you felt you were no longer worthy of her. It is just as you say. I dirtied these once innocent hands for the sake of justice. I even cut down the people I wanted to protect, all in the name of justice. This guy seems a little confused. If your resolve is that weak, you shouldn't throw the word justice around so lightly. Anyone who learns to use a sword should know. Swords should be used to protect others. Once it's clear to you what's worth protecting, your resolve won't ever waver again. What is it you wanted to protect? Swords should be used to protect others. That was the first thing I ever learned from my teacher. I wonder where I ended up forgetting that. Wow. I'm just lucky enough to have a lot that's worth protecting. I owe you one. Take this, consider it my way of saying thank you. Maybe it'll help you protect what's important to you. Okay. I'm going to go atone for my sins. Didn't expect that dude to be Clay. Yuri. How are things going over there? We left the rest to the knights. What about Clay? He went into the castle. I think he planned to turn himself in. Good. Things should work themselves out then. Well, we didn't lift a finger on this one, so we don't have to feel bad. So we learned the Dark Enforcer title. Very nice. Very, very nice. Anyway, we have a character skit. A sad end.
Why did things have to end up the way they did?
At this point, there's no use mulling over whether we chose the right course or not.
But we need to think about it so the same thing doesn't happen again.
It's becoming harder and harder to make a legitimate living in this world. I'm not saying this should excuse what I've done.
You can't go through your entire life doing what's right. It's sad, but that's reality.
But that doesn't mean someone who used their sword for justice will just turn evil for no reason. As long as they were fighting to protect someone right and good.
But accept that, and things break down to anarchy.
I want to change the world so those who are just can lead good lives. A world where we can't have justice without making someone else the bad guy is just too sad.
It'd be nice if people could just talk things over.
Yeah, that'd be a nice start.
That's why I'm saying that you shouldn't carry this burden by yourself.
Easier said than done. People tend to want to fight and all that good stuff. Anyway, we got the Dark Enforcer title. Who cares about all this story stuff? Let me see what my reward was. Okay, he is currently the Vigilante. I haven't changed that in quite a while, actually. Here we go. The Dark Enforcer, cutting through evil with a sword of light. You're also subject to the justice of the law. Oh, I love this one. So, we got his outfit. Look at that. That looks awesome. I'm sorry, but that beats his usual outfit that he has. Look at that. He has like the whole, well, Dark Enforcer look going on. That's the best way I can explain it. Oh, that is amazing looking, especially with the sword that he has now. I love this outfit so much. And wait a second, does that mean that Clay just stripped and gave us his outfit? Because this is exactly what he was wearing. I don't know how comfortable I am with that. Anyway, look at that. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know what? I love this outfit so much, and we have a little bit more to do before we get to the actual main storyline, so I'm gonna bend my rules just a little bit, and I'm gonna wear this outfit while we're doing these side quests, okay? Can you guys live with that? I'll change it when we get to the main storyline, like I said. So, we are the Dark Enforcer for now, and besides, this was the product of like several side quests, as you can see, from like way back during almost the beginning of the game. Well, not quite that far back, but still, it was quite a long time ago that we started that line of side quests, and we finally got the reward for it, so I'm happy. Anyway, the next place that we want to go to is Halure. That is another side quest that we need to do. We're just gonna climb down here and go in. God, I love this outfit so much. It's so cool. I should draw this one of these days. One of these fine days. Anyway, just go right along up here. Up here. Now, there should be a few kids here that we want to talk to. Yep. What's up, little brats? Hey, it's the healer girl. Hi. The tree's flowers look as red as ever. Too bad about that bride's curse. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, Yuri. Wrong? What's wrong? This veil, it told me. It told you you're speaking to a veil? Once upon a time, there lived a kind-hearted prince named Jar. He adored flowers and insects, and he loved the moon, the sun, and the stars up in the sky. One day, Jar found a seed. He took that seed to the top of a great hill and planted it there. In time, the seed sprouted and became a long, thin trunk of a tree, but its flowers did not bloom. The impatient Prime Minister said, "What's the point if it won't bloom? Cut it down." But Jar replied, "Even if it doesn't bloom, it's putting all of its effort into growing. Cutting it down would be a terrible thing to do." Hearing this, the tree took the form of a young woman and appeared before Jar. He instantly fell in love with her white skin and beautiful figure. On a moonlit night, he asked her to marry him. After their wedding, the two of them were as happy as can be. But the Prime Minister, angry that the prince had married the maiden, had her cruelly cast out of the castle. Jar was so sad that he shut himself up in the castle. Day and night he cried, unable to think of anything but his lost love. The maiden learned of this and stretched her trunk and branches until several pure white flowers bloomed from their tips. Jar saw this from his castle window and stopped crying. He went outside for the first time since his maiden had gone. Sitting beneath the newly bloomed flowers, he heard the maiden's voice. "Don't cry, you'll always be able to find me here." It was then that Jar realized that his love had actually been the tree, transformed into a fair maiden. When he gently kissed the bark of the tree that he had loved, all of its flowers turned to a bright red. And that is why this tree's flowers symbolize eternal love, permanent and unchanging. Wow, so that's why the flowers are red. So that's the real story. Miss, thank you for the wonderful story. No, it was my pleasure. You should tell that story to the mayor, too. So, the red of the flowers is actually the maiden blushing. That is one epic blush. Yeah, when did you find all that out? Well, I didn't find out about it exactly. I sort of made it up. But you said the veil told you! That was a lie. I'm sorry. I like how she's just like, that was a lie. I was just looking at this veil and the story came to me all of a sudden. Wow, Estelle, you have a real talent for making up stories. A hidden talent, huh? But wonders never cease. Oh, heh. You ever think about becoming a writer of children's stories? Not really. You can't force into something like that. After all, Estelle, you're the princess. Yes, that's true. I bet she would tell some good stories. Children's stories, Maybe it wouldn't hurt to at least give it some thought, right? Estelle learned the fairy tale weaver title! Okay, so, the fairy tale weaver title. Let's see if that does anything for her. No, not that. Nope, stop it. There we go. View character details, noble princess. And no, that did not do a thing for her. It just, was a random title. Okay, so, we're pretty much done here, but all we want to do is we want to exit Halure and come back here because there is another scene that we can get, so be right back. Alright, exited and re-entered. Now let's head up this hill back to the tree. Okay, here we go. And there's a little sparkle. What the? Wait. Thank you for the lovely story. The story? You mean the story that Estelle made up? Who are you? I have dwelled at the base of this tree for many generations. If you wish to give me a name, you could refer to me as the flower maiden of your story. So you mean that really happened? Those children saw me, and I'm afraid that started an unfortunate rumor. You mean the story of the bride's ghost? Yes, and I even dropped my veil. Oh, so this is yours. Let me give it back to you. No, I shall let you keep that. Thanks to you, the unfortunate rumor was put to rest. But no, I mean, I was just making that story up. No, I shall give you another token of my gratitude. Huh? I have given you a new ability. Perhaps it will protect you and your companions. Farewell. What was that? An elemental spirit, I think. But I thought elemental spirits came from Entelekea. There's a barrier blastia here, which means that there's a blastia core, which could be the source of an elemental spirit. Huh. Estelle's power put air into the core, and that created an elemental spirit. Or perhaps the tree and the blastia did that by themselves. Very interesting. It sort of takes the flowers out of the equation, though. But don't you think the idea of a flower spirit is a little romantic? I've decided. After our fight with the Autophagos is over, I'm going to become a writer. That was sudden. I want to be able to spread joy like what happened with those children in that spirit. I want to make everything happy like I did for the people in this town. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you, but Estelle's going to be the... Nice! You go, Rita. Alright, let's go. She learned Force Field! Sweet! Let's go ahead and check out what that is. Fjords... Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Force Field. Here we go. Advanced spell. Set up a barrier to protect allies within range from enemy attacks. This can be very, very useful. So let's go ahead and test that out next chance we get. Which will be a little while. Okay. Let me think. Okay, I actually think that first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and stop by this place, the shop. I couldn't think of the word shop for some odd reason. And I'm going to buy some lemon gels and pineapple gels now that I actually have money. I missed you items so much. Okay, and holy bottle. Please, holy bottle. Life bottle and then holy bottle. There we go. I'm gonna be somewhat poor again, but not that much. And I'm done. I'm so happy that I finally have items. I feel secure again. My security has been returned. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and exit Halure because we are pretty much done here, actually. Here we go. Gonna hop into Baul. And we are pretty much done for this episode. Next time, we're going to be doing a few more things before we head off to find the spirit. So, I will see you guys later. MasaeAnela out.